So do you want to start by telling me the grant thing, the your oncologist or your PCP? I still can't remember. Do you want to start?
Where should I start? Should I start back when I was feeling terrible, or should I start?
Well, let's just talk about today. Today feels like a pretty typical
Swimming day.
It's full breadth of humanity.
So 8:30 this morning, I'm not used to getting up that early.
Mm-hmm.
I had this appointment with my cancer counselor.
And
so my daughter wants me to be in therapy because she says that I am suicidal ideation.
Mm-hmm.
It's really a compromise to have cancer counseling because I was a cancer counselor, and I know that cancer counselors can listen to whatever you want to talk about.
and counselors sometimes need counselors. There's a point there. Okay,
that's right.
Go ahead.
So anyway, I talked to him and I cried through the whole thing because I was just really processing all the stuff that happened at Thanksgiving, which was just really heartbreaking. And right after my hour with him, I was still crying, and I came and I was packing to come over here, and I came out and Jeremy was there, and he said, "What's the matter, Mom?" And I said, "Oh, honey, it's just me. It's not you. It's just me." And I said, "I just want to apologize for any woundedness I have caused you, and I feel real bad about it, but I'm determined to get better." And I was just weeping, and he said, "Oh, Mom, I'm sorry." He said, I shouldn't go off on you. I should get myself together." And I said, "Don't you worry about you. It's not about you. It's about me." And anyway, and then I left, and I came. You picked me up, and I was really sad and down. And that when I went in to see Brant, I was feeling that way. And I told him, I said, "I'm just so depressed, and I just can't find anything to live for." And he modified his treatment to address that. And in addressing it, he blew it all away. It just,
instead of stuck,
it just flowed right out of me. It's almost like he put the electricity in the needle, and it just cleared my vibration. And
it was today.
And it's a new agey way of putting it, but I do feel like he raises my vibration. And I come away feeling more vibrant.
And looking more vibrant, and acting more vibrant.
And just having more life force and hope. When I went in there, I was just feeling hopeless. The weight of this whole Thanksgiving experience was really weighing on me. And he just blew it all away. So it's...
To be fair, though, you also did the thing this morning, the right mom thing to do, which is like, I'm doing my work, and I'm sorry for the ways that I hurt you, and I'm doing the best that I can. And
that's really all I can do.
And then for him, I bet that's partly what opened his heart to be able to do differently as well, and to see you a little differently. And I always said, people will be like, "Why do you let your daughter talk to you like that?" And she's having a really fucking hard time. And I want her to feel safe with me no matter what she says. I love her through it. And I know that it's not really as much about me as it might sound. I'm just here for her, and that's how she feels. But she feels safe to be whatever with me.
That's really a nice way of thinking about it. And I don't know that I think about it all that nice a way.
Well, it took me a while to get there, but my hope is that because hopefully she consistently felt that I was like, "I love you no matter what."
And now I have this opportunity to have an evening with my friends.
Yes, you're going to have a sleepover with us. I was very excited to hear that Brant said how weak your pulses had been. And I'm guessing that's when you were doing 2 sessions a month. And then, so in a 6-week period, maybe even that whole, about 6 weeks, you've done closer to 8 or 10, because there were a couple weeks you did 2. And here's the result. Now Brant, who never lost faith. He always had faith that he could really help you a lot. But the fact that you kept coming out of there, like, I feel like I was shot out of a cannon. This morning I walked in and I said, this is my last session, Bran. I'm dying in a couple of days. And then I come out and I'm like, let's organize my craft room. Same day. And so I got to see that a bunch of times, but also sometimes there was at least once that I took you that you were roughly the same shape after, but I still was really, it doesn't have to be miraculous every time for it to be super beneficial.
No.
And it's been beneficial. Now here you are, like, you've had a bunch of clearings and you've got a lot of stuff come up, and you have this faith, this person who you can trust because he's brought you back before. Yeah. He's partly what gave you these past 5 years, right?
He's so much better than a therapist.
Because he's with your energy. He's not trying to get you to verbalize everything.
No. He's working with what we've got and moving forward. Mm-hmm. And how are you going to move forward but to raise your vibration in a real way?
I love that you put it that way.
Without toxic joy, Yeah. Oh, yes, I'm happy.
I don't want to scare my therapist by saying how I really fucking feel, because they'll label it suicidal ideation when it's really like, I just don't want to live like this anymore. But there's something about the expertise and the orientation towards your full system health, your body, spirit.
Yeah, and I've been working with him for, like you say, for 5 years, and he knows me inside and out. Huge too. He knows all of my energetics, and I don't know. He's just such an intuitive energy doctor, along with the acupuncture. It's just,
and he appears to be fairly young, so hopefully he's not going to retire soon.
I want to say Brant Stickley.
I don't. Thank you. I don't know what I said.
He said
Stickley. Okay.
Stickley. And you can go to brantstickley.com, and that's how you make your appointments.
I'll make sure it's in the description too. So some of the other huge exciting things that have happened in this past 6 weeks, we've had 3 card soirees where you got all jazzed and you brought all your amazing cool craft stuff and you taught a bunch of us how to make cards, and then we restocked you on your beautiful cards. And then so I'm going to go get some of those real quick. But what else might you want to say about card soirees, or how you're getting back into your artistic side has been helpful? Or
So we started the card soirees to fund my visits to Brant Stickley, and it has done such a wonderful job. A lot of people have just given me $120 for a session, which has been wonderful. So I've gotten quite a few sessions that way. And so the cards have just sort of a way to thank you for supporting me any way you support me in any of the resources that I'm needing and requesting. It doesn't just have to be in money. And so
let's talk about resource raising. And we started talking about this more than a year ago. And I was like, come on, Jeanette, you say you have 600 cards. Let's get some of those. You should be selling those. Oh, no, I'm just going to send them to people. But no, seriously, you could raise money for your treatments. Oh, no, I'm just going to send them to people. So it took me a while to get you on board. I'm trying to look for some of the ones. I don't know if you want to pick out some of your favorites. There's a bunch in here. Oh, I have a bunch that you have to sign still. Ooh, here's that really pretty tree one you liked. I love this little sparkles. Are those sparkles showing up a bit? Yeah. And these have been so fucking fun to make. And we just sit around and we talk and we laugh and we learn these techniques. And I don't think so. And then Jeanette gets to really let her creativity. I'm trying to pick up the sparkle and the luminescence. She gets to do her creativity, and so she's like, I just made 60 cards. I just sat in my room all day long and just created. But I love how that you weren't doing a lot of art, and then now you're back at it. People can get these amazing cards, and we have mostly a lot of holiday stuff. But you'll be going back to. We'll do Valentine's soon.
Next, we'll do that Valentine's Day, but. I love Valentine's, but I'm really liking these Christmas cards. They're different.
And each
one's unique.
Yeah.
And so if you still need Christmas cards, please let me know soon so we can get them out to you.
And so the things to be clear about is, and in the description I'll put like details. So yes, you're absolutely welcoming funds, like fundraising. You're welcoming that. You'll turn that around to appointments. You know, can get you back with those pain patches that were so helpful, the anti-inflammation ones, but also like to get you out of Clackamas and 2 appointments, but also just to get out and do errand hangs with folks and do art together, like your house or theirs or whatever. But it's about like dates and companionship and being of service, like a resource raising instead of fundraising is opening up to all the different ways that somebody can be of service, can give back, can donate, can show their love, so many ways to do that. For me, some of the resource raising I need a newer computer, a Mac that's at least 15 inches that can still be updated, and an iPad, you know, in really pretty good shape and can still be updated. Like those sort of things, those are resources I need. I would rather not raise the money and then turn around and spend the money. I would rather someone be like, I'm buying new equipment, I'll give you my old stuff.
Yeah.
So that's how I want. And the other big way, and this directly affects you, is Azaria has the Inside YouTube channel, and she makes incredible intuitive tarot and oracle readings, but her channel's not currently growing. And it's just because of the back end stuff. And then your channel, Mind Body Spa, is really so close to being launched. We've got a ton of videos ready to put on it, but you kind of need the same things. And that is, ideally, it'd be a volunteer. I can train people. And so it's either somebody already knows how, or it's somebody like, I want to learn how. And you can volunteer, and I'll show you how. If you want to help out with Azaria's channel, that's an option. If you want to help out with any of my channels, that's an option, with Jeanette's channels. And so that, yes, I want to help somebody learn truly marketable skills, and they're practicing on all of our stuff and helping all of us get rolling. And that, again, is this more of this act of service, community-based, supporting each other. Yeah, you know, like, I've got time and I like driving. Let's go. I'm going to go get Jeanette and we're going to go for a play date and take her to the acupuncture. And, you know, it would be an amazing gift. And like you said, you want people to come over and craft. And man, it's so freaking fun to get back into crafting. But then it's also fun that we know, like, is gonna give you some donation of something, and you're gonna send them some cards, and so people can have these beautiful, one of a kind, handmade with love, either by Jeanette or one of her many happy elves. And so we'll put the actual contact info in the description, but you'll need their name and their address and how many cards they want. But you'll pay first, either through Venmo or, you know, however you want to resource. And say, I'm going to sign up for driving. What days next week could I drive? You know, be very specific. And then, yeah, not just about money. It's about, like, Jeanette, I love making these things and I want people to have them. And if I have time or energy or some other resource you need, I want you to have that. That's resource building. That's community-based support. That's, you know, all the things that I love to talk about. The new economic paradigm. Yeah. We will return to what's natural and healthy, human. Not this fucking stupid capitalist bullshit.
All right. So what else did you want to talk about? There was other stuff.
Oh, the Ikigai? You want to talk about the Ikigai stuff?
Oh, well, okay. All right. So one thing I would like to do is have an Ikigai book group. I would like to either listen or read Ikigai together and talk about some of the things, because there's so instead of doing psychoanalysis, Ikigai helps you move forward to find a life purpose, which I've really been struggling with, you know, that I'm dying, you know.
You're dying, you're living, you're dying, you're living.
But I want to stay engaged in some kind of purpose in my life. And I don't, because otherwise I am going to die, you know. It really is life-giving to have some kind of purpose. And that's what this book Ikigai is all about. And so I think it would be fun to have a group and just chapter and talk about it.
And the other thing you were saying is that we'll color or do whatever, because your hands could be busy doing creative
We'll
stuff.
do creative stuff while we listen. I don't know it off the top of my head.
Because all I knew of Ikigai was the Venn diagram.
They're foreign names. I don't remember.
Don't worry, we'll look it up. We'll definitely put that in the description.
Two
What we'll do is you and I just will go ahead and schedule when it works for us to do this like book club, and we'll record it. And if there's people who are available, people that we would welcome in person, and then there's also like we'll do it by Zoom, and so we'll just schedule it and we'll record it so that you arrive when you want to arrive. All time is at all times. Everything is happening all at once, and so we'll schedule that. I'm very excited about that because of the world needs, what you love to do, what you're passionate about, what you can get paid for, and all in the middle there is the Ikigai.
Right.
What were some other ideas? So name more craft parties. I've been recording those, put it on Mind Body Spa, but we could start it on Art of Processing. I recently found a video about Dutch practices of something about sixes. You never go for more than a 6 out of 10, and if you did, you were trying too hard.
Yeah.
And so I want to learn more about that.
Wabi Sabi basically says nothing is perfect. And so don't even strive for it. Whatever you're creating is perfect.
Right.
It's already
whatever
perfect.
your idea is, that's all well and good, and that's you're like aiming for it, but by not actually getting that specific idea is in no way, shape, or form. It was just something slightly different happened than your ego or your mind or your imagination said.
444.
Excellent.
Just wanted to make note of the fact that it's 444.
Your exercise routine that you said you started.
Oh, yeah. I paid for chair yoga. Of course, I'm still on day 1, and I should be on day 3.
There's no should. I'm a big fan of repeating, and sometimes I don't leave the first one until I feel like I've got it a little bit. If you move forward too fast, you're not getting it.
And these are actually pretty hard because they're having your arms out like this, and I'm very weak there, and this is a real painful stretch here. I'm really not stretching very much there. I don't have very good range of motion.
Is it live or recorded or?
It's just a video.
Oh, okay. I'd like to do that with you sometime because it would be taking me back to when I was just recovering from all kinds of issues where I went to chair yoga or chair tai chi or something. One of those days you're like, nothing. I don't think I've got anything in me. If you've got some of the, like your chakra balancing practice or you chair yoga, you used to just lie on the floor and watch yoga videos, and that was as much as I could do, but it helped me learn the yoga so that when I could move, I could do it. Getting out to walk a little bit more.
Getting out to walk. I listened to a really good podcast on self-hypnosis.
Oh, okay.
I realized that would be a tool that I could use because I know that all of this drama is created in the mind.
It's stuck there.
Yeah.
Replace it. You got to push it out.
Yeah, you got to do something with it. You got to scrubby to it. And so anyway,
it's like
do that.
Clearing of your house with sage or something. You got to do that in your head sometime. I one way that it helped me at one point when my head was full of mean shit that I used to say to myself in my head. That's like a hoarder in my head of like painful shit. And I don't want to be. I'm ready to let it go. But it's just like piles of shit. My house is full of just crap. And so then I would visualize what it would look like as, sometimes I would just focus in one room and I would take it all out to the visual dumpster. But over time, the house went from this just full of shit, just stuff, and it became a clearer and more open house in my mind, in my psyche, as I replaced all that shit with, deodorant and Thich Nhat Hanh and solfeggio, or the tools that I could find, Tara Brach, radical acceptance, full catastrophe living, that I retrained so that I didn't repeat that hoarding routine that would fill my house up again. So I moved that shit out. Replaced it.
It's a good way to do it.
What we forgot to do We forgot to take 3 deep breaths before we started prattling.
You know, I need to eat.
Yeah, you do. Oh,
Yeah.
you're hungry.
Yeah,
Cool.
I've got a sandwich right over.
Do you feel like you've got any more you want to talk about, or you want me to turn this on?
I
Done?
think I'm done.
Cool. All right, we'll get the watercolor stuff out, or whatever. Whatever. Put all the info down as soon as I can. Oh, good.